Hey guys, what's up? This is Lydia here for Build Yourself Inside. And I'm getting ready to go out in a little bit, but I want to address what I wrote, the post that I put up earlier today. So I was kind of scrolling through Facebook and I noticed everybody like throwing up their resolutions. Like I see this year, 2018, this is going to be it. I'm going to go get back in shape. I'm going to go do this thing. I'm going to go get that thing. I'm going to go find my soulmate. I'm going to break 150,000, or I'm going to break six figures, or I'm going to have that six pack, or I'm going to finally start my business, or whatever the goal is. And there's a big problem with this. So I want to talk about mindset when it comes to making resolutions / goals, because resolutions really are no different than goals. The reason we call them resolutions is because it's like a ritual, right? It's something that we do every single year. And the thing I hate about this time of year, yes, I actually hate there's something about this time of year, and I had mentioned this in one of my past videos, and it's that when people are building up so much anticipation, that's what makes this time of year different than any other time of year that you might set a goal. When people are making a goal around this time of year, there tends to be more anticipation. There tends to be more being sure of themselves. People tend to, they feel like they almost know that they can do it. And it breaks my heart when I see people slowing down, let's say come March time, or they start using language like, I see it, I knew it wouldn't happen. Or maybe you're telling this to yourself sometimes. Maybe you start off with a bang, right? Like you're at the gym January 2nd, or if you're like me, I started January 1st. And for me, something, and this goes for everybody. Yes, I made resolutions to change my life, to change my health, right? But something else had to click. Something else had to change within my mindset. I didn't just say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. This was January. Actually, this was right before January 1st, because it was January 1st, 2009 that I stepped into a gym for the first time. And it was at this time that I was about 210 pounds. I was, I guess I was about 18 years old, 17 or 18 years old. And something else, there was another mind shift that happened in that moment. It's not like what I'm seeing on Facebook right now. It's not, I'm going to have this, I'm going to get that, I'm going to find that person, I'm going to break that thing, that goal or whatever. Something else happened in my mindset, and that was, I cannot live this way anymore. So it's like there's two pieces to this in order for this to work. There's a, I'm going to do this, and also I cannot be here anymore. Both of those things have to be there, or you will not see it through till the end. You will not persevere when you go down, when you get hurt, when you get dumped, when you lose money, when you go bankrupt. You have to be in a place where anything, just a little progress is better than where you were yesterday. When progress becomes your focus and not the end goal, everything shifts. Everything shifts. And when I see people throwing up really shallow posts like, I'm going to go get a new boat. This year, I'm going to make more money. This year, I'm going to find that relationship. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. The problem with these posts, and the problem with most of these people who are making these posts, is that they're not growing themselves. And if you're not willing to learn, if you're not going to learn, read books, hire coaches, gain the foundation that you need in order to keep whatever it is that you create, you will not only fall flat on your face, but you will lose it. So let's talk about weight loss, since this is my background, this is my specialty. If you go all out and you start taking appetite suppressants, maybe you hire a personal trainer, you're kind of trying to pick up little things that will give you like sort of like a boost or help propel you forward. Well, the problem is if your mindset, if your mind is not prepared that yes, things might happen. I might fall flat. I might gain a little weight. I might binge eat. Something might happen that might throw me off track. If you're not prepared to deal with that and you don't anticipate that it's not going to be, if you don't anticipate that it's not going to be a smooth ride, right, then you will not see things through. And I often get asked, well, being the New Year's resolutioner, having started that journey January 1st, what separated me from everybody else that started January 1st, 2009, or started 2010 or 11, or whatever year it was, what separated me from everybody else who fell flat on their face that year was that I said to myself that this is no longer acceptable. I didn't hear it from my mom, I didn't hear it from my friends, I didn't hear it from somebody else at work. I said to myself, this is not acceptable. This is not the life that I want to live. This is not where I want to be a year from now. This is not where I want to be 5 years from now or 10 years from now. And if you're creating your goals in a very shallow format, when you're saying, I'm going to go get something, right? I'm going to go, we talk about relationships, we talk about other people coming to us, we talk about making more money as if it's something that we actually go out there and get. Like we create actions that brings in these things. Well, that's half true, right? There is strategies behind meeting somebody, where you should go, how you should talk, things like that. There's strategies to creating success, to standing out in business. There's strategies to being successful with your health and weight loss, right? But the problem is, and the reason is I can see the problem is just my background in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, is that people talk about these things like it's something they go out and get. Like it's an object that they go out and find. They go out and find more money, find that person that will make their life better, find that magical weight loss pill or that formula that will finally help get them to their goal. Why this is exactly why people fall flat. Because their methodology to going out and get these things, if your methodology to going out and getting, and do you see the way I'm speaking now? If you're going out to get something, you will never get it. You may get it for a second, but it will go away. You will not keep it. Your methodology, in order to create success, in order to keep it, in order to draw it to you, is that you have to grow yourself. That's what finally happened. When I started January 1st, 2009 with my journey out of childhood obesity, I started hiring trainers. I started doing a lot of reading. I was reading articles. I was talking to people. I was building up my knowledge base in order so that if I needed to, I could take the reins myself. I didn't need to depend on motivation. I didn't need to depend on willpower and things like that. I had to build up that foundation so that no matter what happened, I would keep going. And I broke my leg. About a year after I took off the 80 pounds that I set out to take off over 10 months, I took off about 80 pounds over 10 months. The minute I struck that goal, I broke my leg and I fell flat. But the difference was I kept going. Yes, I was on crutches, but I was in my apartment and I was doing push-ups on one leg. I was doing leg raises. I was doing abs. I was doing everything I could to stay active and to make me feel still like that I was on track. I didn't just dump everything and say, I broke my leg. Here's a bunch of excuses why I don't have to work out, and then I'm gonna feel shit when I finally heal my leg. No, I didn't do that. I didn't accept that. I worked with it. I worked with my obstacles. Here is the mindset you have to have. This is perseverance. It's not looking for excuses whenever you can find one so that you can quit. Then it's not something that you want. If it's something that you want, you won't allow excuses. You won't allow people to tell you that you can't do it. You won't allow it. So I want to ask you all, are you where you are right now? Where you are right now, are you exactly where you were a year ago? Are you any closer to your health goals? Are you any closer to finding the right person? Are you any closer to a higher quality of life for yourself, to financial freedom, to having your own business, to whatever it is? Are you any closer? And I want you to be honest with yourself. Here is the key to success: honesty, brutal self-honesty. Are you any closer now than you were a year ago? And if not, that means you need to turn inward now. Because that tells me that you've tried going about it, you've tried fixing your goals, right? But whatever you're doing is not working. And what needs to change now is that you need to build knowledge. You need to talk to people. You need to build up your self-trust. You need to build up your confidence and self-esteem. Here are the things that need to happen in order for you to draw the right kind of people into your life, right? You're not going out and getting things. You're not going out to lose weight. You're not going out to go find that person. You're bringing that to you. You're bringing success to you. And I'll be honest, I feel like it's still a lot of work, right? Doing this kind of work. It's a lot of work, but it's not hard. It just requires a lot of self-honesty and a lot of discipline. And if you can handle those two things, you can have anything that you want in this life. And the reason I'm making this video is because I know people who are watching are going to be thinking this exact thing. They will not be closer to their goals a year from now. They will not be closer because they'll be going about the same way every single year. They're going to go out and force that person to be with them. They're going to go out and force that weight to come off. They're going to go out and force this business to work. They're just going to spin their wheels until they burn out. Well, you have to learn to catch yourself when things aren't working. You have to change your strategy. And I can tell you this with complete guarantee, is that if you don't begin to look inside, look at what you need to fix and what you need to become, right? You need to become what you want to attract. You need to become what you want to attract. Put that phrase, put that in the bank, seal it away, put it in the back of your head. That is 100% the truth. If you want to bring someone into your life who is caring, who is respectful, who is confident, who feels good about themselves, then you need to be all of those things. All of those things. You are not entitled to everything. Yes, you deserve the best in life. We all deserve the best in life, but you are not entitled to it. You are not entitled to anybody else's time. You are not entitled to looking great in a healthy body and feeling good about yourself if you're not going to do the work. You're not entitled to having a big, magnificent 6-figure business that's running smoothly if you're not willing to be disciplined and do the work. Self-entitlement will get you nowhere. So the reason I speak like I do is because I know what it takes. No, I'm not a multimillionaire. No, but my mindset is the mindset of a multimillionaire. I know how to focus. That's where you need to be. You have to know how to focus. You have to know how to be self-honest in order to, so that you're working towards something that you know that you want. Not that you think that you want. Not that everybody else is running after. I tell you, if you're running after what the herd is running after, you're running right off a cliff with the herd. And you will never have what's truly important to you. So I want to challenge you all over this next week. And I want you to not go off a cliff, right, with all of these diets and all of these money-making, sorry, I'm losing my voice, with these money-making schemes and trying to go out to bars and just put yourself in front of many people as possible. The reason you don't have a relationship is not that. It's not because you are not in front of enough people, okay? It's because you need to become what you want to attract. If you want someone who's self-sufficient, confident, who stands up for themselves, who's respectful to others, the whole 9 yards, you better believe it. You better be all those 9 yards yourself. And I'm not saying you need to be perfect, but you need to be in a place where you're working towards those things just as hard and just as fast as the other person. And there is no right or wrong about where you should be. But in order for that energy to work, you cannot force someone to be with you. Same goes for weight loss. If you want the body of someone who's on a magazine cover, you better believe you better eat like that person. You better believe you better work out 5-6 days a week. You better believe that they're not going out and trashing their diets on 4th of July, on Christmas, on Thanksgiving, on all these other summer barbecue holidays. They're not out there trashing their diet. So you need to be realistic with yourself as well. So, as I was saying before, I would like you to all spend some time over this next week. Don't go all out. Don't throwing your money at a bunch of things. But think about what is truly important to you. What is it? What things? Or what is most important right now? And then I also want you to think about where you want to be in 5 years. Where you want to see yourself in 10 years. These are all very important components. And if you need any help doing this, this is what I do with clients as well. And I want you to break it down to actual tangible strategies and actions that you can take to do it. Because the more small actions that you take, the more you'll build confidence in yourself, the more you'll build self-trust in yourself. And without those two things, you're always going to be relying on other people to help you get to your goal, when you need to build up that foundation, that self-trust, that confidence, that self-esteem, that nobody else decides your own self-worth. That you are the one that decides what you are worth, what you're capable of, and what you want out of life. Because your biggest regret at the end will be that you did nothing about it. Will be that you wasted your time thinking, wondering, strategizing, and not taking action, not getting out there in front of people, not working on yourself to be better, not admitting that you were wrong. These will all surface at some point. So take this next week. You know, you're not doing this for me. I'm there. I'm doing the damn thing. I'm happy where I am. I'm putting these videos out there for you all. You all. If you're struggling to get to where you are, take some time to think, do some self-observation, do some meditation, go out into the woods for like a few hours, or go to the beach for a couple of days. Go clear your mind you need to get clear, and you need to get rid of all the influence that's going on around you. This is something I tell all of my clients to do who work with me on self-actualization and goal setting, or who feel like they're lost in life. So, what you need right now is clarity. Not a personal trainer, not a diet plan, not diet pills, I wouldn't even hire anybody right now. I would spend this next week, get clear, take some time by yourself, get clear about what you want, and break it down into what small strategies and actions that you can take to get started, whether it is going out and getting a trainer, or getting out a business coach, or whatever it is. You want to start investing in your knowledge. That's what's most important. Invest in your knowledge, and you will never fall flat. You will never fall flat. But if you're always going directly for the outcome, always directly for the money, directly for the boat, directly for the house, directly for the relationship, you will never, ever manage to keep that. And if you all need any help with this, I will be doing... around this time of year, what I do is I work with professionals on building their own health back. So if you're in a place where you feel like you're being lazy, you're procrastinating, you're unmotivated, you don't see a way out. These are the type of people I like to work with as a mindset and performance coach, as well as diet nutrition. That's the easy part. Diet nutrition, setting up a workout routine, that's the easy part. It's how do you get into that mindset that you can persevere no matter what happens, whether you get sick, you get hurt, you break a leg, or your boyfriend dumps you, your girlfriend dumps you, whatever it is. How are you getting that mindset where none of that matters? None of that fucking matters, and you stay right on course. How do you get that focused? Because when you have that kind of focus, nothing can stop you. So, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got to go meet somebody. But go ahead and post your questions and comments below, because I'm really curious about where you all are right now and what you might be struggling with, because I can tell you, you're not the only one struggling with that. Even where I am now, I go to a lot of business meetings and seminars, and I'm always looking around at people who are where I am, or they're further along, or they're behind me, and I'm always like, how can we help each other, right? You can't do this alone. You absolutely cannot do this alone. So reach out if you need some help. You can go check out my website. I have a blog that's just getting started again, brand new website built. I have lots of exciting events going up, so go check that out. It's www.buildyourselfinside.com. And this is Lydia from Build Yourself Inside. You guys have a great and safe new year. Don't do anything crazy. Enjoy times with your friend and family. Be mindful about what you eat. Remember where you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And have a great evening, guys.